Alright, glad you made it. In this lesson we're going to learn how to make sets of tunes. Sets are when you play two or more tunes together without stopping. It's done a lot in Irish sessions. Almost always their tunes are played in sessions there. Anywhere from 2 to 4 or 5 songs sometimes, depending on who's playing. And in old time and bluegrass music, you don't really see it, but if you want to make a set out of those kind of tunes, I don't see why not. Just do it if it's fun and it sounds cool. So anyway, let's get into how to do this. I'm going to take you through, as usual, Fiddlehead, very incremental steps to help you do this and succeed at this. So the first step is to really know those tunes in the set well. It may seem obvious, but a lot of times people jump into trying to do stuff that they haven't done the preliminary steps. So in this lesson, I've decided to do a set with Cooley's reel, Wise Maid, Bird in the Bush, 3 Irish reels. And so what we'll do after, assuming you've taken the time to learn those, and even if you don't know those tunes, you can watch this lesson to understand the process. But if you want to, so then the next step after you've learned your tunes is to practice the end of the first tune into the beginning of the second tune, all right? So just practicing beginnings and ends. So for Cooley's reel, the ending of it is with more flow. All right, and then the beginning of Wise Maid is so you practice each of those until you can just do them really well. So I want you to, before moving on, pause and practice the the end of Cooley's into the beginning of Bird in the Bush. All right, so thanks for doing that, and sorry if it's annoying that I always tell you to pause and practice. Maybe some people don't like that, but it's really important to not just rush through things. You will succeed at this instrument if you just incrementally do the steps and really enjoy each little thing you do along the way to getting to the finished thing. The process is really, really fun. So, and now that you've practiced that, we come to kind of the crucial step for this whole lesson, which is practicing those two pieces as a transition. All right, so we practice them as one big piece, and then that way you'll kind of hear the transition. All right, so we had the end of Cool. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to put those pieces together, assuming you took the time to practice them already. So here we go. Now sometimes a trick you can do is to add a pickup note to give it more flow. So I notice at the end of Cooley's, the way I have it tabbed out, there's no pickup note. So I just kind of added right there a little quick pickup of D1 open to act as a little transition. Maybe there's different ways you could do it. So. Does that make sense? You don't have to use the pickup. It just adds a little, us fiddlers like to always be playing, and so if there's too long, sometimes it sounds wrong to a fiddler's ear. If you like that sound, that's good. Actually, in other kinds of music, I love space as well, so I'm fine with you leaving that, but it seemed natural for this to add the pickup. Anyway, so that's the key step. Why don't you, if you know these two tunes, what I've done is I've created a play-along track for this entire set that we're learning. It's available on fiddlehead.com, and so you can practice along with a play-along track this entire set. But what we're going to practice right now with the play-along track is just that transition that I just did. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so cool. That's the basic idea. Then you would just repeat the process going from Wise Maid to Bird in the Bush. So the ending of it's the ending of Wise Maid into Bird in the Bush. I need to practice it again. It felt a little rusty. Then back to Bird in the Bush. Okay, I think I'm ready to play the entire transition. I didn't quite have it. Let me do it again. You know, you can even make a smaller window. This is actually a key point. You can make a smaller window, like ending of Wise Maid. Does that make sense? It just you can do, if you think there's a dividing line between the tunes, you can have a little window, bigger window, like little windows a few notes, bigger windows like the last quarter of the tune you're on, first quarter of the next tune. And then you can practice a wider window of the, say you're on a tune, you can practice a whole B part into the current tune, into a whole A part of the next tune. So we could do, let's see, going from Cooley's. Let's do it from Cooley's into Wise Maid. So here's Cooley's, the B part. So I think the really important thing is you keep starting earlier in the current tune, so then it makes it a little bit more challenging to do the transition. And finally, you'll just be able to do the whole tune, say Cooley's into Wise Maid. All right, and so that's just the basic steps, and you would repeat it for any additional songs you add to your set. Okay, I'm going to just sum up the basic steps for making a set. Number 1. Learn each tune well. Number 2, practice beginnings and ends of tunes separately. Practice the transitions in small windows. Practice the transitions in larger windows. And practice the current tune into the next tune. And then just repeat for additional songs added to the set. Nice. Now go fiddle with it. Thank you.
And please sign up for the Fiddlehead newsletter.